So I wanted to make this video real quick because I've been getting very annoyed with a lot of the comments that I'm seeing online regarding Steve Harrington. And the one thing that I'm seeing a lot from a lot of people is that Steve's character is going back. He's having character regression. And I really don't understand that. Like, I really don't understand where that came from. Because keep in mind, we just saw the first 4 episodes of season 5, which was a part of volume 1. And all these different plot lines that you're seeing in the beginning of the season, it's set up for a reason because you're going to see that progress as the season goes on. And one of the things I'll bring up first is the way that Steve is treating Dustin. And if you guys recall what happened towards the end of the previous season, Dustin recently lost Eddie, so he's grieving. He's going through a lot of shit. He's traumatized. So the way that Dustin is acting, not only towards Steve, but other people as well, that's a normal reaction to have when you're going through a lot of shit. And if you guys recall, what we saw in the season 5 trailer as well, you see a heart to heart moment between him and Steve where they're just hugging one another. So obviously that's going to be a very emotional scene once those two patch things up and they get close again. And it's just a normal thing to happen when you have a friend. You sometimes get into argument that's just showing a realistic approach to that. So I don't look at it as Steve being mean to Dustin or doing all these wrong things to him. They're both going through a lot of shit and they'll eventually, work it out and everything will be fine in the end. And then when it comes to the whole thing between Steve and Jonathan, when it comes to them being paired this season, which I actually think is a pretty smart move that the Duffers did because it not only helps Steve grow as a person, but it also helps Jonathan as well. Jonathan could use this as a way to bounce off of Steve and learn how to grow as a person himself, actually being honest with himself, actually being upfront with Nancy and actually not lying to her and actually telling her all these things that she actually needs to hear. That's why he just feels so out of place because he's not really taking things seriously right now. Things are being set up for a reason because they're going to be addressed later on. That's why there's certain plot lines with certain characters put within the season because it's their way of showing us different storylines that are occurring. Steve Harrington's character has not regressed at all whatsoever. And if you were in his position where you're getting put on the spot when it comes to being called out all the time and being overlooked and everything, I mean, I would probably react the exact same way too, firing back at people for always putting me down. But it's like he's not regressing at all. So I don't really understand like why that's a thing. It's simple character writing to show how things go to point A to point B. Like it's just so easy to understand. I do not understand what the backlash is at all whatsoever. It's just it's simple character writing.